Sitting with me at the moment is campaigner Councillor Michael Brown, has done a fantastic job along with Richard Atkinson and the Independent Party. Those of you who went to that meeting at the council will see what a fantastic job they did in trying to promote the Poppies Ground Fortunes. And in the week, the Burton Latimer Council met, and you were at that meeting, Michael. How did that go?
Well, it went really well. It's a totally different kind of council. Obviously, they have less decision-making powers and they operate at a lower tier to Kettering Borough Council. But I found them very, very open to listening to ideas, contributing ideas, asking how they can help with moving the club forward, both at Latimer Park and in Kettering Town. Obviously, what I got from that meeting is Burton Latimer Town Council would ideally like a situation, which I think is what everybody would like, where we have a primary stadium facility in the town of Kettering with a lot of the, say, community facilities and training facilities and education facilities maybe based here in Latimer Park. So it's kind of two-site solution. And I think that's what pretty much everybody's trying to push for, really, is that big community stadium within Kettering Town itself, preferably at our historical home of Rockingham Road, but, you know, it's a mountain to climb there.
Well, the Weekly Glebe site also seems to have taken a bit of a back step after that last meeting. I thought that was nailed on, but it didn't seem that way after the last meeting that you all had.
The thing is, I a number of years ago, I first approached that idea in private when I was obviously a member of the cabinet at Kettering Borough Council, and I had the entire cabinet, bar one or two members, fully behind that idea, well up for it, seeing all the benefits. You know, it would bring in a revenue for the council, it would bring the Poppies home, it's a community facility, there's already football there, there'd be no loss to any public playing pitches, it was just perfect. But obviously when we got into that meeting, when the councillors give the officers their ideas on where we want to go, we got a very frosty reception. So we've inched them a bit further down the line.
From a certain party, wasn't it?
I'm not going to get into the party politics of it. That's all for you guys.
I might.
That's all for you guys to decide up there. But there are a lot of councillors on all sides that are very supportive of the ideas that we're putting forward. But the problem is when it gets to that top tier of the councillors, with the leader and with some of the senior officers, we get a very frosty reception. But we're inching them slowly down that path. Okay, we've got them to agree to the talks, which includes Weekly Glebe, and you just got to keep them, hold them to their word, and tell everybody and tell every councillor that we're not going away as fans and as councillors. We're not going away, and we want to see this resolved, because we can't let that apathy build and everyone go, right, it's not going to happen.
Well, this afternoon we got to Show Us Your Support Day, which has been initiated by Richard Atkinson and the Trust, and you're here as part of that as well as being a Kettering Town fan, so we'll bring you that attendance a little later. Just before Ed comes on to talk about the game, how have things progressed since the meeting regarding Rockingham Road? My own views on Rockingham Road, I'd love to go back there, but I've always said that if the owners of Rockingham Road, the Pickering estate, wanted to do business with Kettering Town, they would do so, and if we did do business with the Pickering estate, then the council are out of the equation.
Yes, that is true to a certain extent. Obviously the ACV application would help bring them to the table, and it will obviously probably make it slightly less attractive for an investor for housing on that site, because it gives them that 6-month delay. Now, it's my personal opinion and others' opinion that the evidence that was submitted to reject that second ACV application is flawed. So that does give us some options moving forward. Could it be a judicial review? Could it be a third application that touches on some of the points that they addressed? So, I mean,
it's a watch this space.
So watch this space. We'll see what happens. It's not going to be a quick solution. It's not going to be a fast solution. But I think we need to get the legal advice and get that nailed down and move forward, hopefully in a way that's constructive and carries as many people with us as possible. So we'll see.
Okay, Michael, thank you very much. I just got you in here very, very quickly, spotted you in the crowd, and you came in to do a few bits with us there. We will get you back on in the future, hopefully for a longer chat and discussion.
I'll be very happy to do so.
Thank you for your efforts on behalf of Kettering Town. I know the fans are delighted that you're on our side, as I am, and the rest of the fan base. So,
thank you for everybody else supporting it.
Thank you, Michael. Great to meet you again, and there we go. Okay, that's Michael Brown, their independent councillor, has done so well for the Poppies, and